There it goes. I'm going to pull the flywheel off because this one's a bit tight. So I'll take the pieces and find out why. Right, here we are. I pulled the flywheel off. I don't know if there's any damage at all on that. It looks like it's brand new, doesn't it? Practically. Down here, it's in very good condition. I'm going to take that out, give it a bit of a wire brush, clean it up, but I think I found a locking problem. That isn't supposed to be there. So, take that out of there. We should be able to this them a bit and turn them up. Seems to be okay though. May have a look at that just to be on the safe side. It's not a big job to look at it. So I think our first job is to take the carburetor off on the fuel tank, which is those two bolts and that little one there, and it should all come apart. I'll get back to you when I've done that. Right, here we are again. Right. I've taken the carburetor off. Here it is. Where did I put it? Ah, here we go. That's the carburetor. And I'm pretty sure I went through this engine about 5 years ago. Done it up. And then used it on a boat I used to have. So these are the parts, two bolts, one little screw there. I can't show you that way. There. Let's undo that. Those two bolts, which are 9/16. And the tank comes off. I've got to get a tap for this one. And a coil lid. So there's this, some parts. Now what we're going to do now, alright, is I'm going to undo them 4 bolts. Alright, and then I'm going to undo, not that. Oh, God. Where my finger is, there's a bolt there, and there's one in the opposite corner over here, just there. Alright, so our job today is to yank all that off and we'll see the piston. And then we might take those off to take the engine apart and the screw there. But first of all, we'll do the head off, that screw loose. You won't get the barrel off otherwise. That should slide down. There should be a bolt under there, which I'll show you in a minute. But first of all, we get the head off and those 2 bolts out the back. So I'll do that. And you can see the 4 bolts there. I'll take them off and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right. Here we go. Heads off. It looks pretty clean. Got a little bit of dirt there, as you can see that hole is starting to block up. Don't take long with seawater with these things. So I'll give them a good cleaning when we get it apart. There's a piston. Virtually no play in that. Not many engines can grab hold of the piston and give it a wiggle. Very little, that's fine. Right, so the next job is we'll take this off and slide this tube down, and then we'll pull the barrel off. back in the mouth. Right, here we are. We'll slid this down, this pipe. You can see it down there. Slide that down. Reveals this little fitting here, which is a 9/16 spanner. Right. And we got that wrong. 14mm, I think it's slightly bigger. Oh, it's 15mm, which is 5/8. Oops. Right. Get the white spanner for it. 5/8, 5/8, 5/8. There we go. 5/8 spanner. Ooh, tripping over my own stuff. Which will fit on there nicely. 5/8 is an Imperial 15mm. Well, the Imperial size. You can see there. There's a connection there. Now I should be able to pull that off, but I need 2 hands. So first job, I think the pliers, and I might better wiggle that pipe down. Just grab all the way with a pair of pliers. Try and do this for the camera, it's difficult, and it looks, and then we just give it a wiggle, and it'll come down. There you go. Once you've done that, if you're strong enough, you can do it with your fingers, but when it's covered in oil, that ain't gonna happen because that is the exhaust of the engine. That's I've been running this a little bit. I'm pretty sure this engine is a good engine. I know it is, because I used it on my boat. It just needs a little bit of a clean up. I used it on there for about 4 years. I think 3-4 years maybe, as a backup engine. Push it along when I run out of petrol, like I did a few times. Having too much fun, and then get the seagull out. It's quite funny. The boat was about 16 foot, 17 foot long, maybe a bit bigger. But anyway, it had a 40 horse on it. And when that stopped, this little thing pushed it, which ain't bad for a small engine. And it was reliable. Couple of pulls, off you go. Good little engine. Right. I will take the barrel off, which is this bit, just in case of hitting it gently under there, break that seal, and it'll slip off. Right, here we are, barrel is off. Not hardly a scratch in it. In really good condition. There's a piston, no deep scratches with the fine stuff, but I mean, it seems 60, 70 years old. It was made in Bournemouth. Right, there you go. Wings okay, there's still plenty of movement in them. Inside's very clean. That shows you this is a rebuild of mine. No room in the big end. There's always a bit from side to side. That's good. So, there ain't much needed to be done to this engine. Turns over easy. There's no problem there. It looks in very good condition, but I am going to strip it anyway, just to make sure it's 100% perfect, because I have no use for these engines anymore. So I might as well get them all running again. I'm pretty sure that's brand new. I know it's been there a few years, but it's new and that. I haven't seen one of them on the internet for a while. So, you can take this off. Well, we don't need to really. I know this has got a new pump in it, so, and it's had virtually no use, so I'm pretty sure that was stripped and cleaned and everything as well. Main problem is get the engine going. I checked the oil in there and we should be alright. And the oil in there. Right, so let's take these two bolts off, which will remove the engine and make life a little easier for me. I think they're 9/16 this time. Get the right spanner, wrong spanner. There's a 1/2 inch. Right, I need to get my 1/2 inch spanner. I've got a 13 there. See how the difference in 13mm? And there goes the sockets. What a mess. Up to days. Let's get rid of this barrel over there for cleaning. And then 12. I think. Yeah, I think. It's not 1/2 inch, it's 1/4. Okay. Right, I shall take that off, find a spanner that fits and take that off. And then we'll tear it down a bit more. I think I might split it into in half and just make sure everything is nice and tidy in there. So, we'll carry on. Right, here we go. Got the bottom end off. Bearings look quite good. Piston look right, I can't remember buying the new piston for it. Everything's so clean, I'm wondering what I did. Anyway, we're going to undo this bolt, that bolt there, that bolt there. And then we're going to split the engine in half, just to make sure she's in good order. So a little bit of play that way I want to investigate, but we'll see. So that's my next job, undo all these centre nuts and bolts there. Right, I've undone all those bolts. They were a fight, but I got them all out. So now we just pull that off. It's off the crankcase. And that comes out the top. I know I've had this in bits. The wire on the thingy is still tight. Yeah, the big end is in excellent condition. Everything's clean, apart from a bit of dust in there. But so, points look like they could do with a bit of a cleaning, but apart from that, they're good. I will take this cover off. Put it down. I'll take this cover off and clean the points. I know that cord's brand new because I put it in there. I've got to get the plug lead for there because I pinched it for another engine. The rings are all loose, so cleaning and oil. This will have the same thing. Good cleaning. maybe tap that in slightly, we'll see about that after. That's had a bit of instance here now, because there's no gasket there on this particular engine, so I did make one for the other one. But anyway, that's it's all in such good condition. And that's just surface. That white stuff is just the aluminium corroding. So I'll unbolt all that, unbolt that, and just wire brush that out. Right, so I'm going to clean all this up now. Alright, clean it all up. Make it look pretty. And then, yeah, we'll put it back together again. So, when I've cleaned it all up, I'll show you me putting it back together again. So, they're lovely little things. I like these engines. So simple, reliable. Don't need a computer to run them. You know, nothing much to them. Great little things. Right. That's what I need, a throttle spring now. Oh, come on. Do the see that piece of wire rope there? There should be a spring on there. And it looks like this one, as you can see, is snapped in half. No way can I use that. So before I run this engine, I may have to definitely have to get a new spring for it, otherwise it'll just rev uncontrollably. Mind you, they don't rev very hard when they're working. But yeah, so we need a new one of those. It reminds me of a biro spring, but I don't think a biro spring will be strong enough. Probably won't be. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for now, for the moment. That spring don't look good on the throttle neither, but that's only to hold it in place. That might clean up a bit. That just goes over that like that. Helps the wire from bending. That's all that does. It's supposed to slip down. Oh, I slipped it down a bit, but it goes over all that. And then when this bends, it don't ruin everything. It's got a kink in it here. That spring avoids that kink. But anyway, there's our busted spring. And I need a plug lead for it. I've got one here somewhere, but I think my garage needs a clean out. You know, got the most important, the heater running in the corner. It's not running at the moment. Got my old cuckoo clock, don't work. Small bits up there, mainly for bees in there. Apart from this bit, I am going to take that apart. So when I do that, I'll show you what I do. I might do that while they're waiting for parts. That's the gasket. Virtually impossible to blow them. Right. So we'll leave it at that for now, and I need a fuel tap. I'll go and have a look on the internet, see what we can get. But while I'm doing that, and hopefully I can just do the rebarrel, because it's not going to have a fantastic clean up, just a bit of a one. We oil everything and put it back together again.